After finding this unknown plant near our local park, I picked some of the flowers and brought them home to investigate. I guessed that the plant is Lesser Celandine and placed them in some water. To my surprise, the blooms opened in the morning and closed at night, and they were doing it without being connected to the plant. I didn't know blooms alone could do that, so I decided to do a time-lapse. Lesser Celandine, also known as Ranunculus ficaria, is a small perennial plant found throughout Europe and North America. Its bright yellow flowers can be seen from March to May, adding a cheerful splash of color to gardens and woodlands alike. However, its rapid spread and ability to outcompete native plants make it a problematic invasive species, causing ecological and economic harm. The plant contains toxic glycosides and alkaloids, which can be harmful to livestock and can also cause skin irritation in humans. In traditional medicine, Lesser Celandine has been used to treat various ailments such as respiratory issues, arthritis, and digestive problems due to its anti-inflammatory and diuretic properties. While it may have some medicinal benefits, it is important to manage the spread of Lesser Celandine to prevent further damage to the environment. Lesser Celandine is a small herbaceous plant that typically grows up to 30 centimeters in height. Its leaves are heart-shaped and glossy, ranging in color from dark green to purplish brown. The plant produces bright yellow buttercup-like flowers with 8 to 12 petals that bloom in early spring. Its stems are hollow, and each flower has multiple stamens with bright yellow anthers. The plant spreads vegetatively through its bulbous tubers, which are small and round. It is often found in moist, shady habitats such as woodlands, meadows, and riverbanks, and can grow in large patches, forming an attractive ground cover. Despite its attractive appearance, Lesser Celandine can be an invasive species and is considered problematic in certain areas. Based on general information about the plant, Lesser Celandine is likely growing in Ohio's moist, shady habitats such as woodlands, meadows, and riverbanks. It is an invasive species that can quickly spread and form large patches, outcompeting native plants for resources. Lesser Celandine can negatively impact ecosystems by altering soil conditions and reducing biodiversity. In Ohio, authorities are working to manage and control the spread of Lesser Celandine to prevent further ecological damage. This could involve measures such as herbicide application or manual removal efforts. However, the effectiveness of such measures may vary depending on a variety of factors, such as herbicide application or manual removal efforts. However, the effectiveness of such measures may vary depending on a variety of factors, including the size and location of infested areas. Lesser Celandine is an invasive plant species that can cause significant ecological damage if left unchecked. This plant grows and spreads rapidly, forming dense mats and outcompeting native plants. In Ohio, where the plant is present in wetland habitats, Lesser Celandine can alter soil conditions, leading to the loss of valuable species diversity. This can have a ripple effect on other organisms in the ecosystem, including insects and other wildlife that rely on native vegetation for food and shelter. Furthermore, Lesser Celandine can negatively impact agricultural land, where its dense growth can choke out crops and reduce yields. Managing and controlling Lesser Celandine in Ohio is therefore important to prevent further ecological damage and ensure the long-term health and sustainability of the state's ecosystems. It is generally not recommended to let Lesser Celandine grow uncontrollably in Ohio's parks, as it can outcompete native plants and cause ecological damage. Parks are intended to preserve and protect natural habitats, and allowing invasive species to grow unchecked would go against that purpose. Therefore, it is important to control and manage the growth of Lesser Celandine in Ohio's parks to protect the native flora and preserve the ecological balance of these areas. Lesser Celandine can propagate through several means. The plant has small, fleshy bulbils that grow along the stem. These bulbils can produce new plants when they fall off or are spread by animals, water, or garden tools. It's important to note that Lesser Celandine can spread rapidly through bulbils, and it can become invasive in some areas. Lesser Celandine also has underground rhizomes which can send up new shoots and produce new plants. The rhizomes can grow to a considerable distance, which allows the plant to spread quickly. The plant also produces small seeds which can be spread by birds and other animals or in soil that sticks to garden tools or shoes. However, it should be noted that Lesser Celandine does not rely heavily on seeds for propagation, as it can spread more quickly through bulbils and rhizomes. Because Lesser Celandine can spread easily and become invasive, gardeners may want to take care when planting it in gardens or other areas where it can take over. Proper plant management practices like removing bulbils and limiting the spread of rhizomes may help control the plant's spread. A 3 to 4% glyphosate herbicide solution is considered the best option to control Lesser Celandine. Glyphosate is a systemic herbicide that is absorbed by plants and translocated throughout the plant, resulting in the death of the entire plant, including the roots. When using herbicides to control Lesser Celandine, it's important to apply the herbicide in the spring when the plant is actively growing and to apply it directly to the foliage. This ensures that the herbicide is absorbed by the plant and is effective in controlling it. It should be noted that glyphosate herbicide is a broad-spectrum herbicide, and it can harm non-target plants, so it's important to use it carefully and follow the instructions on the label. Also, when using any herbicide, it is very important to always wear protective gloves, clothing, and eyewear to protect oneself from the potentially harmful chemicals. I hope you found this information informative, and thanks for watching.